And as Mackenzie mentioned, Jalen Prince does not have a criminal record, but has been involved in nearly a dozen police investigations. And because of his age, he can be shielded from speaking to police under Maryland's Child Interrogation Protection Act. Harford County Sheriff Jeffrey Gaylor says this shooting might not have happened if police were able to question Prince at some point.
But maybe somebody could have, in the criminal justice system, interacted had they not been handcuffed and put this kid on a different path to where he's not now an accused murderer.
Fox 45's Maxine Stryker continues our live team coverage with how some say Maryland law is hampering the investigation and needs to be revisited next session in Annapolis. Maxine.
Well, Mary, most lawmakers we spoke with today say this law must be revisited as they believe it's doing more harm than good. The Joppatowne High School shooting has reignited the debate over the Child Interrogation Protection Act. The law enacted in 2022 says no juvenile can be questioned by police without talking to an attorney first and a parent or guardian notified.
An inability to talk to these young offenders.
Harford County Sheriff Jeff Gaylor says the law is hindering their investigation into the school shooting as the murder weapon remains missing and they can't talk to the suspect, 16-year-old Jalen Prince.
And again, the easiest way to get that answer is we have a person who we're going to be charging as an adult for committing a heinous crime in a school, and we're not allowed to talk to him. That is lunacy.
Another prime example of the law at work came last July after the Brooklyn Day mass shooting in Baltimore City that left 30 people shot and 2 dead.
I think we're seeing that play out.
Baltimore City State's Attorney Ivan Bates calling out the law for giving public defenders all the power.
But this is what I don't get. Even if the parent says, yes, we can talk to their son or daughter, a lawyer, and here lately it's the public defender is saying you can't talk to my client. Of course, you know, they're not saying that we can talk to anyone.
They're jealously defending their client.
They're shutting it down.
Several top prosecutors across the state tell Fox 45 the General Assembly has made it more difficult for them to hold juveniles accountable, calling on the law to be repealed. But will their cries for help be heard? We reached out to every member of Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Harford County delegation, asking if the law needs to be revisited.
Make sure.
Republican delegate Robert Long of Baltimore County says it's time juveniles are held accountable.
We need to revisit that. We now have a weapon that's out there that could be involved in other crimes. We need to get back, get the state's attorney the tools that they need and the police department so they can do their jobs.
Republican State Delegate Lauren Arikin, representing Harford County, said Maryland Republicans fought tirelessly against this de facto ban on juvenile interrogation for exactly this type of tragedy, adding delaying the interviewing of these suspects until an attorney tells them not to speak is a miscarriage of justice and puts everyone's children in Harford County at risk. She says the policy should be removed and to expect a bill next session to do just that. And Republican Senator Jason Gallion, who represents Harford County, says without question the law needs to be revisited, saying the law in its current form is irresponsible, unsafe, and hinders law enforcement from doing their job. Delegate Alethea McCaskill, a Baltimore County Democrat, responded saying we need to support local law enforcement with resources they need to implement this law correctly, adding, I would like to see in the next year or two data that supports or opposes this piece of legislation before I give more insight into whether or not this law should be revisited. Now, we also just heard back from Democratic Delegate Andre Johnson, who calls the law a safeguard essential to protecting minors. Reporting live in Baltimore, Maxine Stryker, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.